Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. I hope you guys are having a super awesome day. We're going to jump into a crazy story, and I'm going to have to find some unique ways to tell the story because it is a wild one. Like, really wild and really yuck. And, ugh, and, ugh. Really? All right. So, if you are a fan of Drama Alert, which I hope to God you're not, because Keemstar is like my least favorite human in the world, but if you are, that's fine. You might have seen this story popping up on his channel this week. It is salacious, it is crazy, it involves a lot of different moving parts, and it has a wild resolution here. So, this is how we're going to start. This story is super complex. It involves some kind of, not legal things, you guys, like really not legal things. So, let's get started. So, Ray Diaz, if you're not familiar with him, he is a formerly on the Team 10 group with like Jake and Logan Paul. He is mostly an Instagram influencer. He's got 3.1 million people that follow him on Instagram. He has about 300,000 on YouTube, but his primary 100,000 on Twitter. So he's got a pretty wide net. He has been able to, so he started in modeling, and he like started working with a national Macy's campaign, and that brought him to New York. He is originally from Florida. And then from his work is in the modeling campaign, he studied acting at a school in New York, and then he came to LA and he was part of Team 10, kind of did stuff on YouTube, did some stuff, I think, on Vine, the now defunct short videos. And he does a lot of videos on Instagram where it involves sort of like, I don't know, like he's a Casanova, let's just say. He's very well built, let's just say. He's got a very, he's very muscular. He's got this clean cut image. Walks around with his shirt off a lot. He is sort of I don't know. He's like a Rico Suave, and I hate to say that, but that's kind of how it reminds me. It's just like he's like that really attractive Latin guy or Hispanic guy, and he has a lot of, I would say, many women would find him attractive. Now, I don't because of what I know about him, but if you are just looking at first glance of this gentleman, you would think maybe that this guy is pretty good looking. Now, the girl in the picture with him, so that's Ray right there, Ray Diaz, and then over here, that's Angelica Salick, or Salick. I don't know how to say your last name. She is a model. She is on Instagram. She's on Twitter. She's on YouTube. She's done a lot of videos with Ray. She's started making an appearance on his Instagram around August of 2018. And before she showed up, he was involved with a woman named Lonnie Hicks. Now, he and Lonnie Hicks had quite the complex relationship, let's just say. Lots of allegations of behavior that is not consistent with being a good boyfriend, let's just say. He was accused and arrested for domestic battery in August 2018 related to an incident with Lonnie. She actually was interviewed by Keemstar last year and described her relationship with him as being very controlling, very abusive, and very physical. They split up. He was arrested in LA County, and his bond was set at $50,000. Shortly after that happened, another woman came forward in September of 2018. Now, interestingly, he's not faced any like court stuff related to that case yet. So he has an ongoing case with that arrest from August of 2018. And now he has a second case that just popped up this week. And this is where it gets a little bit more dicey. So here's how it starts. He's 33 years old, and he has a thing for girls that are around the legal age, let's just say. And his last girlfriend, Lonnie, who is now 20 years old, and they've been broken up for a year, and they dated for about a year. Let's just say, you do the math, okay? So they split up, and then he meets Angelica. Angelica says that he approaches her. She thinks he's very attractive. They get to know each other. It's very casual. He asks her to do some filming with him. She starts appearing in some of his videos. And last year in August, she showed up in a video where Hollywood Fit, I think it's like a drama channel, I don't know, showed up and was like interviewing him. And they were talking to him about Team 10. And he was like, doing this like bro, like calling out Jake Paul thing, like, I'm gonna get you, Jake Paul, like, you know, just like how that macho, like, I'm gonna get you, or we're gonna, like, let's meet, you know, I'll meet you outside kind of crap. Just dumb. And she was in that video, and she was like right by him, very meek. She's a very petite woman, and he is a very, like, he's 6 feet tall and he's ripped, like straight out ripped. I think I have a photo of it. He has a lot of muscles. He's a very strong man. He has done a lot of, here's the photo. Here we go. So this is the video from last August. Now this is a screen grab from Hollywood Fit. And they showed up to question him about Jake Paul. And then he's like, Jake, I'm going to meet you, blah, 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 you know. And that girl behind him is Angelica. Now, in the photo, Angelica is, does anyone want to venture how old? How old do we think she is? She is 1'6" in that photo. 1'6". Yep. And she says that they started out as just friends. In the photo, he is 32. That's right. He's twice her age, and she's underage. There are videos around this time of him on camera kissing her. People start to wonder, what's going on with this girl? Ray says it's just acting. Ray says, I'm not involved with her. We're just acting. She told me she was 1'8", not 1'6". He actually goes on Hollywood Fit this week and shows them a photo of a doctored ID that he says she gave to him when they met that showed that she was 1'8", not 1'6". Now, you get my point about why I'm not saying the regular ages, right, guys? Good. All right. So people are starting to question, like, why is this guy who's 33 hanging out with a girl that's not his age, let's just say. And people start having lots of questions. And her mom is really not okay with this. Like, really not okay. Everything comes to a head this week when she disappears. So she takes her mom's car and she goes to meet him. And her mother responds by uploading audio onto her Instagram channel, or her Instagram page, which has like 70,000 followers. Like, she's not like a huge, influencer. I think, he, with the 3.1 million on Instagram, was sort of using this, like, I can help you break out into modeling, into this, to that. He has had some success where he's parlayed his Instagram stuff into, he was on George Lopez's show Lopez for a year. He's had cameos. He's done some live streaming or some streaming TV shows. He's also done some personal training through a personal training company as well. So he's been able to have a little bit of success through this, these millions of followers that he has on Instagram. So that was sort of how he approached the relationship with Angelica as well as with Lonnie. Now, when Angelica goes missing, her mother is like frantically looking for her because she's now 1-7 and she has disappeared. And so what does she do? She uploads audio onto her daughter's Instagram. That is a very, it's vile, you guys. It is literally one of the most horrible conversations I've ever heard. I was disgusted. It was appalling. They are arguing in this. He is, in one clip that she uploaded, he had just been pulled over and he was angry at her. And he told her it was her fault that they were pulled over. And he told her, you should just DIE and get it over with. You should just go KILL yourself so I can get out of this. He also tells her he's going to PUNCH her in the face. Yeah. Yes. Keem has covered him multiple times. I'm just giving you my spin. Keem isn't the one that owns every story. But he has been problematic. There has been a lot of issues. There has been a lot of allegations against him. And this week it all blew up because she ran away, took her mom's car. Her mom drops these audio tapes. And then she comes out on Twitter and says, those audio tapes aren't real. We were just acting. He never said those things to me. That didn't happen. Because in one of the videos that you hear the audio of, you actually hear his hand make contact with her face multiple times. And she is sobbing. So it's vile. Now, I'm not going to include the audio tape because I don't think it's necessary. Like, you can find it on Keem's. You can find it on Twitter. All you have to do is put her name in Twitter and you can find the audio. It's like, it will make your spine tingle. It will make you feel really icky. So he's not a good person. He has a long history of being very not nice to women. And Keem has been like on this rampage, which is weird because Keem is like obsessed with like guys like him. But it's like Keem himself is like kind of a turd burglar. Like, Keem's not a clean guy either. Let's just say he has a very ugly history of things that he says about people, and he's kind of a bully. So it's weird how he gets fixated on these people. Now, in this case, this guy is a total jerk, but some of the people that Keem has accused over the years have not been guilty of the things that he's said they were. So in this case, Keem is right, but what happened is she uploads this thing on Twitter, says that nothing happened, everything's fine, it's okay. He goes on to Hollywood Fit. He says they were just acting. They were doing a scene for a video that they were going to do. They were practicing a scene, and he said he learned the skills for the scene in New York through an acting school in New York, which is where he studied. And he said that he did not have a relationship with her. He just collaborated with her on different videos. And he never knew that she was 1'6". He always believed she was 1'8". So they're both lying because only a few days later, she goes up on Keemstar's show, Drama Alert, and she says that the whole Twitter thing was not true. She was coerced to do that by him, and that she has been involved in a relationship with him for close to a year. Keem asks her, when did you first get involved with him? She said, I was 1'6". Then he says, when did you have intimate relationships with this guy? And she didn't want to answer the question. She was very shy. She was very, I'm sorry. Sorry. So, didn't mean to laugh there. I just saw something in the chat. I get easily distracted this time of day. So, she says that, so she did disappear this week, and during this time, she went to go spend time with him. And while she was at his apartment, everything blew up in the media, and the authorities started looking for her because her mother reported that she was gone. So they show up at his apartment looking for her, and she says that while they're at the apartment, he hides her in a mattress in his bed. So she says he opens and he takes the mattress off. He cuts open the box spring. He makes her go in the box spring, puts the mattress on top, and then has another girl lay on the bed while they search the house. So she is hiding, and he is like, okay. And so then he's on Twitter and he's like, stop it, Keemstar. They didn't even find anything. Nothing's that big of a deal. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Except in her interview with Keemstar, then she admits that this thing really did happen. And then she admits, too, that he's been violent with her. He's been abusive with her. He has been controlling. She has been very scared. And she was with her mother when she made this video interview with him. And she said that she just wanted justice because he's just a really scary person. Now, this isn't the first girl that's made accusations against him like this. She's at least the third in the last year. And she's only 1'7". And she admitted indirectly that she was involved in a sexual relationship with him, and he's 33. So immediately when that was revealed, Keemstar's like, we have to get this guy arrested. So he urges his followers to call LAPD, and LAPD opens up an investigation on Thursday. And so they announced that they were looking into the charges, and they had been forwarded the video, the audio, all of the stuff. And then yesterday they announced that they had arrested him. So he was arrested for sexual assault of a minor. He is now in LA County Jail. He has a $500,000 bond. And it's just one charge right now. Who knows what will happen? I mean, that's just the initial charge that he's been charged with. But this is not the first girl that this has happened to. He already, get this, has another pending case. So this will be the second case that he has in the last year. And this is, again, another influencer that's a man in his late 20s, early 30s, using their influence to lure young girls and get them to do things for them. And this is the part of the influencer world that really terrifies me and really creeps me out. And I started digging into his history, and he has a lot of arrests from his past, a ton. um, from Florida. He wasn't anyone that had a clean history. Now, he admits he has a rough past. And just because you have a rough past doesn't mean that you have to come from doesn't mean that you'll, go into a rough future. But he appears not to have learned. And if you had watched his videos, you will see that the kind of people that he hung out with were very rough. And he used his power and his influence and his things to manipulate these young girls. So he's like the predator of the worst kind. He will join the ranks of, I can't even tell you, if you were to interview, if you were to go online and just do influencer arrested, there are so many cases like this of men his age doing this to girls in their teens. And it's a problem. It's a huge problem. And I don't know what, giving open platforms to everyone is good and bad, right? So, I can have a platform and I can do good things with my platform, right? Or he can have a platform and use it for bad things. And there's nobody on Instagram and YouTube making sure that everyone that's in these videos are legal, are of age. When you're a creator on YouTube, you just have to check a box if there's a child that's under 18 and verify that you have adhered to your state's your child labor laws. That's it. That's it. YouTube doesn't check. Nobody cares. And it's why there's cases of children that are being overworked and exploited by their parents. There's just a lot of non-regulation on this site, let's just say. And because of that, it's very easy for people that want to do not so good things for them to get away with it. And for them to be able to garner a ton of followers. Now, he wasn't a huge YouTuber. He only had 300,000 subscribers. Most of his stuff was 1.3, most of his stuff was on Instagram with 3.1 million. Interestingly, he set his entire Instagram account this week to private, so you can't access anything. However, if you were to do the hashtag of his name on Instagram, you'll find tons of videos. He was also involved with Lily. I can't remember her last name. Lily Ponce. Another young YouTuber and a young Instagram influencer. He's just very attached to these very young girls. And, he's an attractive guy. He has seemingly a nice body. He's probably very smooth when he talks to them. But, yeah. This is a mess. And so you have this guy. There was some guy earlier this year that was sentenced for doing something similar. You've got the whole Jared stuff going on, which who knows what's going to happen with that. There was recently the children of that one family where the children were being worked and not fed, and the mother was arrested, and YouTube took the channel down. He has 2 charges now, and Instagram hasn't removed his account, and YouTube hasn't removed his account. His accounts were seemingly used as ways to lure and groom young girls. And YouTube hasn't taken the account down, and neither has Instagram. How do you not take their accounts down and just trash that? Why would you even want that on your platform? And they'll say, well, innocent until proven guilty. The audio kind of speaks for itself, guys. It's bad. It is so bad. So, yeah, Lily Pons was, I don't even know. So this is a tale of just unfortunate, icky stuff. And I wanted to talk about it just because I feel like every day there's something going on with an influencer where they're either scamming or they're trying to sell you a product or they're being, they're selling you a fake wedding. Like nobody in their right mind actually believes that Tana and Jake have a real relationship, and they're definitely not getting married. But they'll pretend like they are. I mean, Jake faked his whole last relationship. And you've got so many people on this platform that have really crappy backgrounds, like Jeffree Star. Like, why does Jeffree Star even have a platform given what he's done? And then you have people that have done nothing, like, say, James Charles, who are bullied relentlessly. This platform at times confuses the hell out of me. Like, how do we glorify such really crappy people and then, like, crap on people that are actually decent humans? I don't understand it. In this case, he had been like a parasite on YouTube and on Instagram for a long time. And people had been screaming about his like behavior for a long time, and nobody was doing anything about it. And he's in the open, in the wide open, making videos with this girl. Kissing her. That's gross. I feel like with the kind of power some of these influencers get with the amount of millions of people that are watching them, they start to feel almost like invincible. They feel like they will never get in trouble. Nothing's ever going to happen. They'll just say everything is fake. They'll say, well, I'm just an influencer. It's fake. I'm not really doing any of this stuff. It's not real. Or I didn't know. Or it's not, it's the whole influencer like idea is so like you're really just going to trust some random Joe on, I don't know, in California that they're selling you Halo Beauty and it's going to make your eyeballs have sunglasses in your brain. Like, where do people come up with this, and why do they trust these humans? These are the things that keep me up at night. Yes, Tati is definitely another one who has a lot going on and has done a lot. And Tati hasn't even rebounded, you guys. She is still losing thousands of subscribers every single day. And Peter Mon did a video about her yesterday, and I think I said this yesterday, was like trying to say like, why is everyone like not interested in her? She's boring. She has like nothing to offer, and her makeup skills are subpar. Like, so bad. She doesn't know how to blend. She doesn't know how to match her skin tone. And she obviously gets a ton of PR and fails to disclose it. But always says, I'm not sponsored. I'm just making this video out of the goodness of my heart. Sure you are, tots. So, are you seriously talking to me, MJ? Because if you are, you can just leave. I was being, she had a meltdown on Snapchat, did she? Should we see? I don't see anything. Did she delete her Snapchat? I subscribed to her. I can't find it. She's been having some like crazy Oh, is that what we're talking about? Is Tanya's voice? Was it on Instagram Live? I don't see anything on Snapchat. Maybe. Oh, she did have a meltdown. She cried on...
Hello and welcome back to Drama Investigator. Before we get into today...
It was on Snapchat. That's weird. Is her Snapchat gone? I don't even know. I don't watch the viewer's voice. I don't watch Rich Lux. I don't really watch any of those guys. Because they are so ugh. But let me see. Drama Investigator has it.
Drama, make sure you go. Like there's not like heavy like running and the sound of what a child thinks the sound of a car makes. You know what I'm saying? Guys, it's been honestly, I kind of feel like I want to throw a tantrum right now, but I know I'm just overtired. It's just literally this trip has been like go, go, go. My grandma not being well, we spent time with her.
Can you hear that?
She's in Canada, so it was like a whole journey of us all together to go see her. And it's been a heavy trip for my whole family. It's just, it's a hard time, and there's just so much going on with all of us being so far apart. And soaking up as much time as we could together, like literally every night. And we've just like stretched it. And then those of you with kids know, like they're on their own schedule and on their own terms. So when they start screaming at 6 a.m. and you've gone to bed at like, 3, it's like, oh, here we go again. But it was so good. Like it's actually too quiet right now. I'm like
I did see that, MJ. Sorry.
Uncomfortable because like there's not like heavy like running and the sound of what a child thinks the sound of a car makes. You know what I'm saying? I miss them so much. Anyway, I think that my brain was just like zonked, and she thought she needed 2 videos today. That's not what the plan was, because I have pre-filmed so that I could be in Seattle and still have content for you guys. So hang tight. The beginner's makeup brush kit, which is a really, really good video. It's so cute. A cute makeup look, a guided beginner's brush set, step by step. That is coming. That will be up very soon, and I'll be back on here, hopefully looking a little more alive to share that it's on my channel with you guys. All right, I'll see you guys soon. All right, you guys, so the video is successfully up. A lot of you guys are enjoying it. Thumbs up for that. I really appreciate it. I am now like the chaos, the no sleep, all of that.
Oops, she's gonna cry.
Big hole in my heart, missing my family. I went to clean out my purse, and Logan left one of his trucks, and
she's crying.
I literally teared
okay, hold on. What happened? She was crying because somebody left something in her purse.
For that, I really appreciate it. I am now like the chaos, the no sleep, all of that. There's this like big hole in my heart, missing my family. I went to clean out my purse, and Logan left one of his trucks.
She's crying about a truck.
I don't know. I literally teared up, and I was just like, I miss my family so much. Logan, I'm sure your mommy will show you this snap. I have your truck. I'm going to get it to you. I will mail it to you. I had the best time. With these babies, they're the best. Anyway, video is up. I am trying to chill out, like trying to, I slept in kind of after waking up early, which is always weird. Just trying to chill. I'll be checking in on comments, and yeah, that's it.
I don't get this.
Leading on from this, another beauty guru, Marlene Estelle,
okay, that wasn't
also exposed James Chihuahua.
That wasn't even really
I also want to give a quick shout out to Sugar Bear Hair. I met their team weekend one at Coachella, and they really helped me and my friends.
Okay, that wasn't even really like her melting down. That was just her being really cringe and stupid. And, she says that she wants kids all the time, but then she's complaining about kids getting up at 6 in the morning. Who stays up until 3 when they have children, for Christ's sake? My kid is up at 5 every damn day. I am never, like, That's not even a meltdown. It's like, I don't even know. She's always like having a spaz about her uploads and about her videos and everything not being perfect. And like literally no one cares about your stupid review videos. You have bad makeup skills and you act like a 12-year-old trapped in a 37-year-old's body, and you're a 37-year-old woman that apparently has had so much work done. You look like you're 45. She looks so much older than her actual age. She just, exactly, makeup minion. Tati acting like she got problems. Tati has no problems. Well, she's got lots of problems. She likes to hide them from everybody. Yeah, I do not. She's got some serious problems that she just likes to get deleted, as evidenced by the 3 cease and desist letters that she sent to me, which were copyrighted. Seriously, it said, "These letters are copyrighted and you cannot disseminate them without threat of legal action." A letter is copyrighted. Are you effing kidding me? So redonk. So that's the skinny about Ray. Tati is boring, and even her meltdowns are boring. Like, even when Tati tries to be interesting, she's boring. Hi, everyone. So I think that's it. This was a really mellow live. Nobody really cares about Ray. I didn't think this would get a lot of coverage. I wrote about it today on my column. I just thought I'd talk about it because it's gross. I'll be back later to talk about some other stuff. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the evening. I will be back later. Bye.